Welcome back, watchers. Thanks for joining the Watch Noob. So today we're going to be discussing 6 months worth of Watch Gang watches. As some of you already know, I was a Watch Gang member for 6 months, and today I'll be showing and telling a little bit about all 6 watches and kind of discuss what I like, what I didn't like about them, which one's my favorite, things like that. So if you want to hear more, stay tuned. Okay, so just so you guys know, I will be going in the order of which I actually received the watches. So starting with the first month all the way up to the 6th. So, but before we dig into the watches, wrist check. I'm wearing my Invicta Specialty leather strap and skeleton dial today. So that is my wrist check. And diving right in, so the first month I got this Heritor. Now this is called the Heritor Morrison, and this is model number HR7609. So some of you watch guys can tell right off the bat, you see it, and it looks a lot like a Seiko turtle. So it's a homage of the Seiko turtle, but it's a really nice watch. I really like it. It's got some good finishes, a really nice brushed finish along the whole case, even down the sides. The bracelet is okay. I wasn't a huge fan of the bracelet after trying to wear it. And my biggest complaint actually about this one is I have an 8-inch wrist. And this was super tight on me. And that's how it comes. So that's as big as it gets. And yeah, it just squeezed the heck out of my hand, out of my wrist, and I couldn't wear it longer than like a half hour at a time. So obviously for that reason, this one hasn't gotten as much wrist time. But it is powered by the Seiko NH35A automatic movement. You can see the rotor in there, and you can see it beating. So this is a nice piece, but again, I just wish the bracelet would have been a little bit larger. I'm thinking of either selling this one, or maybe I'll just keep it and get like a NATO strap for it or something, or a different bracelet altogether. So, but other than that, I have no complaints about the watch itself. I mean, it's got, like I said, a great build quality, and their website says this is, what do they call it? A surgical grade stainless steel. So I'm not sure what that means. No, I guess if you ever have to perform surgery with your watch, this is the one to do it with. But so anyways, this is the Heritor Morrison. This was first month. Second month, we have the Spinnaker Spencer on a stainless steel bracelet. Now this is a 42 millimeter case, and this is also powered by a Seiko NH35A automatic movement. And obviously you could see the model there. It's model number SP5080. This one does have a sapphire crystal. And to be honest, this is my favorite, guys. This is my favorite watch of all 6 that I got from Watch Gang. And I'll tell you guys why. In my opinion, it just has the best fit and finish overall. It's got the best build quality, I think. And it just has so many nice touches to it. A lot of little details that I didn't notice at first, that over time you start to see these. So let's talk a little bit about the clasp here. So it's got Spinnaker etched on there, and it's really nicely on there. It has the locking mechanism and the push deployment on the clasp. So, and this is a really nice clasp. It's not your average just regular pressed metal. So, and then of course you get the sapphire crystal, which is really nice. I want to say this is a ceramic bezel. And then just the finishes are beautiful. I mean, you can't see any imperfections on the brushing anywhere. So the bracelet is brushed all the way through. No gloss on it, which I kind of dig. I kind of like it on this particular watch. I like that look. So even the whole case, it's all just brushed finish with the exception of this little edge around the bezel. That's the only polish area on this watch, and obviously the case back. But you don't really see that when you're wearing it. So, but yeah. So this is it. And then if you can also see, it's got like a textured dial. So it's a really nice dial. When the sun hits it right, it's got that little textured look to it. And also has all the numbers are loomed, as well as the hour, minutes hand, and then the little lollipop circle there on the seconds hand, all loomed. And it also has loom all in the dial. Sorry, all on the bezel. And the dial is surprisingly, the loom is surprisingly really good. It lasts a long time. So, oh, and then of course you've got the sign crown there with the Spinnaker logo. So yeah, this is definitely my favorite watch. I mean, for a $99 subscription, you can't beat it. Seiko automatic movement, sapphire crystal. This is by far the best watch I got. On to our third one. So this is by a company called Blackwell. And this is a Blackwell Project. And it's model number BW1001005. And this is a 44 millimeter case. And this one is also powered by a Seiko NH35A. So far so good, right? First three watches I get, all automatic movements, Seiko NH35s. So I was really happy with this watch when I got it. It was the first mesh bracelet watch I've ever had. Also, it has a display case back there. You can see the Seiko movement doing its thing. So this one has a sapphire coated mineral crystal. And it's just really nice, really classy looking. Again, this one also has the signed crown there with the B for Blackwell. And it's a really nice, like, dressy watch, even though it is a little bit thick on the case here. I don't recall what the thickness was on this case, but it is pretty hefty. I want to say it's like it's a chunky one. It's probably 14 or 15 millimeter thick there. But yeah, I mean, the bracelet's really nice on this one. Really comfortable. I love the bracelet. I love the look of this watch. The only loom on it is on the minutes and hour hand. That's it. But the one thing I didn't like about this watch is, if you haven't already noticed, right in there, right in between 8 and 9 o'clock, right here where my finger is, there's a little speck, right? And you could see it there. I'll try to zoom in for you. My camera is not cooperating. Okay, you could kind of see it there. So I didn't notice it right off the bat, but then once I did, I can't unsee it. And honestly, I think it's just like a piece of, like, probably like scrap metal or something that just got stuck on the dial there, and that's what it looks like. Because it even shows a little bit of a shadow there. So it's like a little piece of metal sticking up there. And I mean, at first glance, you can't see it. It's just a tiny little thing, right? But once you know it's there, I mean, it's been driving me nuts. So that's the one complaint I have. Other than that, the outer case finishing, everything else is really good. And I mean, that's just one of those things that is going to end up happening when, you know, when you have a micro brand. It just, sometimes it's hit and miss. So that's the only complaint I have about this watch. Other than that, I mean, it's a Seiko NH35. It's a reliable movement, keeps accurate time, and it's a good looking piece. Month 4. And in comes the first quartz watch. So this one is a Nodus Stealth 200. And this is model number GL2087-C. So this is a 45 millimeter case. And like I said, it's a quartz watch. You can see the seconds hand going there, ticking away. And I really like it though. It's, again, this one has nice finishing to it. I couldn't really find any imperfections on this one. I like that it's got the day and the date. And as you can see right now, it says SAB, Sábado. So you have the option to have it in Spanish or in English, which is a really nice touch in my opinion. So, and then I like the way it bevels down into the dial like that. And you can kind of see the sunburst effect there it has. It's a really nice blue color to it. And again, this bracelet's nice too. And this one does have the mirror polish finish along 2 rows here. And then just the brushed finish everywhere else. And a brushed case. And again, it has the polish just along the bezel there on the side and on the top. So, and another signed crown here. That's Nodus, their logo. So yeah, this was my first quartz watch, month 4. So that is my lineup so far. And again, this one has the locking mechanism and push deployment on the clasp. So nice bracelet on this one for sure. So that is month 4. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. This was 5. So this one's probably the one I like the least, only because it's just really simple. It's also a quartz movement. I mean, it's nice. It's got a GMT, so that's pretty cool. Another reason why it's probably not my favorite, and this has nothing to do with the watch itself. It's just that I don't wear brown too much. Now this brown is nice. I like the leather strap here, and this is a J Bracket. Sorry, I forgot to mention the company. J Bracket, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's a Greenwich, and it's model number JB6002. And this is a 44 millimeter. And this has just a mineral crystal, so no sapphire there. And like I mentioned, it's a quartz. And it's powered by the Swiss Ronda GMT 515 quartz movement. So 10 ATM. Again, there's J Bracket there on the case back. And yeah, so this is watch number 5. So again, not my favorite, but I'd say if I had to pick my favorite thing about this one, as I rotate the bezel here, 120 clicks, is this strap. This leather strap is nice. It's comfortable. It's nice and thick. You guys can see the quality of it. The stitching along there kind of gives it that vintage look. This is probably my favorite part of this watch, but this isn't my favorite watch. So there's that one. And then I apologize if the dates are all off. I didn't preset them on any of these for the purposes of the video, but so moving on to the last but definitely not least, we have a Villandry, and this is a moon phase, and it's model number 8812911F. And this is a 42 millimeter, and as you can see, it's very dressy. It's kind of like the Blackwell. So this is it, and that kind of looks like a helium escape valve there, which is pretty nice. Not that I'm going to go scuba diving in this one, but so yeah, this is the moon phase Villandry, 42 millimeters. This one's 12 millimeters thick, so easier to slide under your cuff if you're gonna wear it with a suit. And this one's also powered by a quartz Swiss Ronda movement. It's the Swiss Ronda 706.1. So that's what's powering this guy. As you can see it ticking away there. So this is really nice only because it's classy. Again, it's dressy. It looks good with a suit or something semi-casual. And then I like all the complications that it has. So it's got your day wheel, your date wheel, and your moon phases down here. So there's the Villandry logo again on the crown. And the bracelet, again, this one has something similar to the Nautis where it's brushed and polished in the middle. And this clasp is a little bit different from the other ones, but I love it too. It's got the push deployment, right? No locking mechanism on this one. And you can see the case back right there. So this is watch number 6. All right, so what do you guys think? Which one's your guys' favorite? I would really appreciate a comment. Let me know what you think about it. And again, these are the 6 watches that I received from Watch Gang throughout the 6-month membership that I had with them. So let me know what you guys think. And I've said this before, I definitely recommend Watch Gang, but I recommend them to the new collector, not to the seasoned collector. And the reason being is that you're gonna get basically a watch from most likely a micro brand, and you're gonna be paying $100 a month. And usually what the misconception a lot of people have is you're gonna get a watch that's worth way more than what you paid for it, the $99 subscription. And generally that's not the case. They're probably gonna be worth right around what you paid for it, maybe even a little less. But at the end of the day, it helps the new collector because it did 2 things for me. It helped me define my watch style, my watch preference. It kind of helped me develop, my taste buds for watches. And number 2, it helped me find great micro brands out there, such as Spinnaker. I love these guys' watches. I've seen some of their other ones that they have. They have some great timepieces. A couple of them I have my eye on. The Spinnaker Bradner is really nice. They came out with a limited edition Picard that I love. Actually trying to get my hands on one. So yeah, and then also I found out about a brand called eGuard. They make some beautiful timepieces, and I wouldn't have found them if it weren't through Watch Gang. So, but for the seasoned collector, they're gonna know exactly what they like. They're gonna have the timepieces that they want in mind, and they're gonna go out and pay the money for it and not pay $100 for something they could potentially not like. So, so that's it. Again, let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.